Well, we know the number of senior households in Canada will increase significantly in the coming years. But what sort of impact could that have on Canada's housing market? That is what the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation looked into in its latest report. For more on that, we're joined by Francis Cortellino, Senior Specialist for Housing Market Analysis with the CMHC. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon, Francis.
Thank you for having me.
So I thought it was really interesting because this is or could be quite a big shift coming with this cohort of senior Canadians growing in size. When you're thinking about what the trends of the past have been when it comes to seniors and how they compare to now, when it comes to what they like in housing, what did you learn from your analysis?
So basically, we hear a lot of stories about senior households. Are they selling their homes? Are they buying a condo, going back to the rental market, downsizing? So the report wanted to look at the data. And what we find out actually is that, yes, it's true that some senior households are going to buy a condo, move back to the rental market or downsize. But most of them will stay in their homes until they reach really an advanced age group. So most of them will stay in their homes when they're young senior households, and they're going to stay there. And there's not a lot of activity on the condo market or the rental market in the few years that they're really young.
That is interesting because you often hear people talk about their home or refer to it as a nest egg for when it comes to their retirement, but perhaps it's being used as more as, covering that sort of expense, the roof over their head. They're sticking with it for that purpose instead.
Yeah, exactly. They can use the equity for other expenses. But once again, when you look at the data, is that we're expecting maybe with those senior households selling their homes, and we would add a lot of listings on the market. So maybe young families could buy those single family homes that are owned by senior households. But we see with the data that it's not the case, at least for the next few years. So we need to find other way to increase supply on the market. And as we're mentioning the report, maybe it's time to look at more accessory suites where we could maybe transform a basement into a rental unit or laneway homes so you can increase that supply, knowing that now senior household will stay in their homes for a long time.
That's interesting as well. I mean, in terms of enabling that to be done too, if there would need to be any sort of assistance or help. I mean, financial assistance is one thing, but also just the coordination of trying to do that, to transform part of your home might be a challenge depending on how late in your life you're getting. When it comes to the repurposing of empty space in your home, that does seem like one way to enable more supply, like you mentioned.
Yes, exactly. So when we look at the data, so it's not for everyone. So not every senior household will transform the basement to have a rental unit or to have a laneway homes. But if a small proportion of them can decide to transform those units and maybe have their regulations that allow to do those conversion or those transformation, that could help to increase supply. Because once again, what we saw in the data is that those senior households will only sell those single family homes when they reach 80, 90 years old. So we are going to have to wait a long time to get those listings on the market.
Yeah. When it comes to regional differences, what did you see there, Francis?
So if we look at the three major centers in Canada, so Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal, we saw that in Vancouver and Toronto, for senior households deciding to downsize, they would go more to the condo side, the condo segment. So they would buy a condo, while in Montreal, the option that they would choose would be to go back to the rental market. And when you look at the housing stock in Toronto, Vancouver, mostly composed of condos, and Montreal mostly consisted of rental units, it's a bit normal to see those kind of behaviors.
So it's interesting then, unless there's some big shift coming, maybe people do decide to do things differently in the coming years. If people are waiting for older Canadians to put houses on the market, that might not necessarily be the case, according to your research.
Yeah, so at least for the next few years, you know that the baby boom cohort will reach the years of 85 years old, mostly in 10 years, more or less. So in the next few years, at least, if those senior households stay in their homes, we can expect those listings coming to the market. So we'll need to find other ways to increase supplies. And as we're saying, accessory suites, laneway homes can be one of them.